and welcome to yet another broadcast of Face of Reality Expository Series Teachings. We are on a series and we are discussing public speaking. Basically, we are exploring best practices in public speaking. And for today, for this particular segment, we want to focus on the message. We've touched on the center of the message, and we want to touch on the message in this particular segment. So, there is no public speaking without a message. We remember speakers or we forget speakers on the basis of the message they bring with them to the stage. Nobody invites a speaker to come on stage just for the viewing pleasure of the audience. So, what should your message be like? First of all, your message should be original. When I say your message should be original, what I simply mean is that it should not be the result of copying here and copying there and copying there and copying there. Okay, you could be inspired by the ideas of others, and that is acceptable. Okay, but you should also have your own unique perspective. You should also have your own unique perspective. You should also be able to share your own unique experiences, even as you communicate those principles. Now, I want to say that there are no new ideas per se. There's really nothing new under the sun. There is no topic anyone can present on that nobody has ever presented on. That's the whole point. There is nothing you will say that is new under the sun. Okay. So the only thing is you may have new perspectives to existing ideas. You don't get new ideas. So the first thing is that your message should be original. Don't sound like addition of your message. Don't sound like a copycat of another person. Don't copy another person's content word for word. You can read up from the internet, you can watch a TED talk, you can read books, you can listen to other people, but they craft a unique narrative. You weave in other foreign elements, but there should be an element of originality. There should be something about your message that flows naturally out of you. Okay? Because some people speak, and at some point you feel like you're listening to another person and not the person in front of you. The other thing I must say about your message is that your message should be relevant, resonate with the people who are in front of you, the people that you are talking to. We are looking for messages that are real, address real issues, not ideal. So you don't design a message for an ideal audience. Design a message for a real audience, not an ideal audience. This is very, very important. Don't design for an ideal audience. Design for a real audience. Yeah. Now, when I say this, what I truly mean is that you could pride yourself in the fact that you have been presenting on a particular topic for a very long time. But no two audiences are ever the same. If you speak to a group of people in the morning and speak to the same people in the evening, guess what? You are speaking to a different set of people because their dispositions have changed, their emotional state has changed, and sometimes even their physical state has changed. In the morning, you are probably addressing a fresh audience. In the evening, you're probably addressing a tired audience. Okay, so These are things that you consider when you want to craft your message. Absolutely very important. Another thing that I want to say about public speaking, which truly works, that you should think about as far as the message is concerned, is that your message should be authentic. Should be authentic. You are not just coming to blow the minds of people by words. You just string words and sentences left and right. You are not just coming to blow their minds. You are coming to give them content that they can act on and their lives will change. So your message should be authentic. Very, very important. It should be true. It should be credible. It should be relatable. It should be practical. Okay? Now, another thing I want to say about crafting a message is that the message that you bring should also be unique. It goes back to the first thing that we said. We said, don't be a copycat. Even if everybody in your audience has listened to people talk on leadership before, when they listen to you, there should be something that is different about you. There should be something uniquely you that is infused into your message, such that they will know that this is nothing like what we have been hearing. It could be the same principles, it could be the same ideas, okay? Could be the same ideas, but then it should not come across as if you are just repeating the very things that every other person has been saying in the same way that they say it. That's where the problem lies. One thing I want to say is that when you send out your message should be singular. Singular. It should be a singular message. Every time you speak in a public speaking context, every time you speak, every time you address people in a program, you are actually weaving everything you say around a central idea. There's a central idea, there's a central message around which every other thing circles. So don't communicate two separate messages. There should be something of centrality in the things that you are saying, so that people don't listen to you talking on public speaking and before long they feel that you are talking about marriage. You can give examples that relate to marriage in a public speaking context, in a public speaking class, but it should never come across as if you are talking on marriage instead of public speaking. So there's always a danger to derail. There's always a danger to digress, especially when it comes to examples you're trying to use. There's that danger, and you should be conscious of that. So your message should also be compelling. It should be compelling. When people listen to you, they should be able to take action based on the way you have presented your message. For your message to be compelling, there are two things that you must take into consideration. The first one is the way you craft your message. We said already that it should be authentic. The second one is the way you deliver your message. At a lesson, script everything down and give someone to go and deliver, give two people to go and deliver. One person delivers the same content, others buy the audience will buy the idea. Another person delivers the same content and nobody wants to buy the idea. Method of delivery is very, very important. So if you consider these things, you are going to raise your game when it comes to public speaking. In our next video, we are going to consider the other aspects and the other facets in relation to public speaking. If you are new on my channel, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, and why not share the link with your friends and loved ones so that they can also benefit from this content. God bless you, and see you in the next broadcast.